Hi dear souls. Well, the energy is still quite intense, and the thing that I always say is just to keep getting out into nature and grounding it. This is like the work that I do with dogs. This is so about letting that emotional charge that's in the collective and in the atmosphere, because it can be really felt by one another, to find a place where it can be disposed of in a responsible manner rather than giving it to somebody else. So many people at the moment, I keep saying so many people, I wish I wouldn't do that because that's not really what I mean, but sometimes what happens is that people can unconsciously dispose of their litter, their emotional litter, their charge, their emotional charge to others, and that isn't necessarily a responsible thing to do. I'm not saying not to talk things through with people. In fact, there are counsellors and there's people that do this for a profession that are the best people really to approach with things that are very heavy and difficult to transmute. But for those that are able to, getting out in nature, speaking to the sun is just so helpful, so healing, so beautiful, and just really what we should be doing right now. Just keep bringing it back to nature, remembering just how important nature is, and that we are nature, we are part of it. We've been separated from it for so long, and that people have forgotten. I mean, even if you go in the supermarkets and you look around and see all the products there, it's crazy. It's crazy because so many of those things are so far removed from nature. They're all in packets and tins and bags, and like really the fruit and vegetable aisles are the only ones that actually have proper food. So anyway, that's another thing. But to keep coming back to nature, keep pure as possible, keep as light as possible. A lot of people, when they're feeling, some people, when they're hitting those bumps or they're feeling things are a little bit difficult or going through hard times, they might reach for the snackies, and yet that just holds you in those bumps because it's that heaviness that you are releasing. And right now we are being asked to hold more light, to eat more light, to be more light. And I think that when we can actually do this, rather than being eating a lot and then fasting and then eating a lot and then fasting. I mean, I'm about to do another fast, another 3-day grape fast, but ideally I want to just be on fruits. And this is something that's quite challenging where I am, because we don't have the abundance of fruit throughout the year like some countries do. So I have to work with that and make it balanced in other ways. Ideally, I feel that raw is where I'm going. I'm 80% raw at the moment and 20% cooked foods. But the more light that I can hold, the better that I am going to be able to help others by holding clear and pure my intent and my love, and bringing in more love and more purity and more kindness, more forgiveness, more generosity and more gentleness into this planet, because we have to embody it ourselves. This is how we create a different reality, is by embodying everything that we wish to experience, because everything that is outside of us is just a reflection of what is inside of us. And so if we want more peace, more love, we have to embody those things. We have to become more peaceful, more loving. And so many people often go to try and heal and try and work on somebody else's issues rather than dealing with their own, because it's hard dealing with your own. It's very confrontational when you have your own stuff and you suddenly have to realize that in order to create more love and more joy and more peace in your world, you have to work on you and leave everyone else alone. Let them be. Let them get on with whatever they're doing, wish them well by all means. But if you're not taking good care of yourself and working on your own stuff, you have nothing to offer anyone else anyway. It's, it's one of those things that is usually in the field of healing. A lot of unhealed people can't bearing to see other people in pain and suffering, and so wanting to relieve their pain and suffering, but not taking time and care to relieve their own pain and suffering. And we all have our issues, we all have our strengths, we all have our gifts, and we must keep clearing all of the false distortions and everything else that we've picked up over time, through space and realities, so that we're as pure as possible, as clear as possible, because only in that space can we really be of benefit to anyone else. But we have to look after us first, because if we don't, how are we going to look after anyone else? This is something that takes time to realize, because we all want to help, we all want to be of service and of love to one another. I sometimes mention symptoms that I'm going through as I'm healing my physical body, and they're met with, do this, do that, do the other. It's very hard to listen to somebody else's pain and to somebody else's disharmony within their body, within their mind, wherever it may be. It's difficult. Not everyone wants to be present with that. And like I said, this is why it's so good to go to people that are paid to do that, and that's their expertise, to sit and to be space for someone else, to be space. I am space. I personally like to speak to trees and everything, because I find it very helpful and very cleansing, and speaking to the sea and the sun, and as soon as I've done some clearing, I find some more stuff comes up. And this is interesting, because I've done years of inner work, and you think, oh yeah, I've got this sorted, and then little things come up and you think, where's that come from? And but it's good that they come up to be released and let go of. And even old stories, just things that aren't even traumatic, it's just like, right, I'm done with that, I'm complete with that. I let that go with love and with grace through all time, space and reality. Goodbye. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And just letting things go, letting even memories go. I don't even want to remember the past. I don't care about that anymore. It's finished. What I'm more interested in is maintaining purity, clarity, trust in myself, so that I can see the way as I move forwards with grace and with love, and so that I'm able to be of greater service to the collective during this interesting and expanded time where we are all accelerated, moving in very fast ways. So I just wish that we could all embody love, embody the highest possibilities, so that we can move through this with grace and with ease, and find ourselves in a very beautiful utopia, new world, new earth, new golden age, and that we can be more harmonious, and life on this planet be much kinder to all species and all life upon this planet, all life. So with clarity, with peace, with joy, I wish you all the very best. God bless you all. Bless you. Love and joy.